1037 The Beat. My name is DJ Q89. Up here, take y'all shout outs request 231-722-8338. Have a special guest today, and he's just not any ordinary special guest. He's been here at the radio station for a couple years. He started off in our mentorship program with A.N.I.Y.A Entertainment, was the first artist that released the EP and sold all 500 of his CDs, end up getting a plaque, which you see the plaque in his background. And also we have a plaque right here in the studio with his name on it. So I want to give a big shout out and welcome to the show, Danzell James, man. What's going on?
Not much, man. Just grinding, working every day, man. Thank you. I appreciate that.
So
But
so what been new, man? I haven't talked to you in about I say about a good year. It might have been sooner. It might have been sooner than that, but what you been doing during the pandemic?
during the pandemic, when I ended up back in Muskegon, of course, which was not in my plan at all. Ended up back in Muskegon, back in March.
Okay.
Came
Where you
back
was coming from?
Atlanta. I was down there for 2 years,
Okay.
grinding, same thing. So I was in the ATO grinding, making connections, networking, doing my thing down there, and ended up back in Muskegon back in March. Didn't want to stay. I mean, I wasn't working or anything. So yeah, that's been pretty much it. And then things start lining up.
And you weren't working? How you was living off the stimulus checks?
Nah, man, my family, my godfather, like they was really looking out, like for like it was probably like 4 months. They was really
Okay.
looking. I ain't have to worry about like food or anything. And then I ended up getting on my feet, got back in motion, and yeah, everything back working, back to the music, and just back to business.
Okay. So you have a new nonprofit that you started. How long did it take for you to what made you start the nonprofit first?
It was definitely God who sent me that vision. Um, God definitely sent me that vision. I'm the type of person like, because I did multiple things with charities, so different things with
Uh-huh.
charities. So you remember you DJ the Hooping for Hope event?
Yeah,
At,
you perform for the kids.
no, not that one. That was
Not
a
that
part.
one?
That was the part of the cancer. But I'm talking about. You remember you came to Eastern Michigan
Okay,
University?
yeah, yeah.
I was going to school. You came up there and DJ the Hooping for Hope, and I did that to support breast cancer.
Okay.
But also, you got the Cure Childhood Cancer. I did the gear, I did the album, and then 15% of whatever I made went to Cure Childhood Cancer. And I was able to do a lot of work with the University of Michigan. So after doing that, like I really didn't want to start the nonprofit because there's a lot that comes with a lot
Okay.
with the nonprofit, and you don't want to mess up the money. Everything just has to be accurate. You know what I mean? I'm like, I really
Yeah.
don't.
The paper trail gotta add up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Paper trail, contracts. It's just a lot more on top of me creating music. So I reached out to Every Woman's Place in Muskegon. We had a few meetings. We had like 3 meetings while I was in Atlanta. So I was trying to do all this while I was in Atlanta. So we had 3 meetings. And then the pandemic hit. So
Hey.
once the pandemic hit, everything slowed down.
Yeah.
I didn't hear from them until like 3 months. She hit me up, and then she told me about some grants that they had in Muskegon. So got to connecting with them again, and I was just like, I told her like, hey, I'm gonna just start my own nonprofit, and she was like, okay, definitely understand. Whatever you need, we still here to support you, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So just start making a nonprofit, and but I already had the vision of the event, a new inspiring young artist, which is an acronym for A.N.I.Y.A's name.
Okay.
God had already sent me that vision, but it was just like, okay, now you need to make the nonprofit, and it's something that I can do every single year, not just that event, but also different events throughout the community, and just advocate for domestic violence and spreading awareness.
Now you've been thinking about starting a nonprofit before that event happened with A.N.I.Y.A. What made you just switch over the name? Because I remember you talking about it years ago about trying to start a nonprofit.
Was I talking about? It had the only nonprofit that I would have
You
been
was talking
talking
about
about
with your mom.
with my mom. I don't think so. I never really thought about doing a nonprofit for my mom. Probably like the closest thing would be that album that I did to support kids with cancer. That would be
Okay.
like the closest thing that I would do. But besides that, nothing else.
Okay. So you started a nonprofit to honor Anaya, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So what's next? What's the next step? You have events that's coming up?
So yeah, I've been, I closed the deal with Every Woman's Place. So the event is called A New Inspiring Young Artist,
Okay.
which is taking place October 8th. So how the event is going to work, we're going to select one student from each high school in Muskegon County. So you have to be in 11th or 12th grade, and you
Okay.
also have to have at least a 2.5 GPA, which is not
Yeah, that's
every
all C's, ain't it?
yeah, something like that. Everyone should have a 2.5. So it just gives ninth and 10th graders something to look forward to. You know what I mean? They gonna be like, man, like I gotta keep my grades up if I want to participate in this
Yeah.
competition. And
Kind of
then
like
it's
how it was for yourself.
exactly with
Yeah.
Amari Entertainment, exactly. So basically what y'all gave to me, I'm just giving right back to the community. That's
Yeah.
pretty much it. Like everything that I learned there at the radio station, I'm just giving all that back right now.
That's good, man.
All the knowledge that I gained. So it's like a return on the investment, pretty much. That's what this is, a return on the investment. So yeah, the event is going to take place October 8th. One student from each high school in Muskegon County, doesn't matter what high school, like every single high school. But not only that, that's to me, that's the bonus. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Bonus. But Every Woman's Place, they're going in the schools and actually educating the students on domestic violence and spreading that awareness, showing them how to be aware of domestic violence, showing them how to speak up. Because a lot of people, a lot of times, when you growing up and you're so used to something, you think it's normal. You know what
Yeah,
I
when
mean?
they see it's happening to their parents or, uncle, nieces, anything they do, they might think that you're right.
Exactly. Until someone steps in and like, hey, this is not okay. You know what I mean? Someone has to say, this is not okay. And even then, they still, it still take a while for them to like, yeah, this is not okay. Maybe I do need to speak up. So why not start at an early age? You know what I mean? So even this is just one event. I want to do essays, like essay competitions for the younger generation, probably like sixth grade, different things like that, and start educating them at a young age about domestic violence.
Okay. So you said that's April 8th. Do you have a venue yet?
October 8th.
October 8th. You have a venue yet?
So when I first started planning this event, I was reaching out to the Fronthal Theater. I wanted to do it there, but with COVID, I'm honestly still thinking about doing it virtual. We don't know what October is gonna look like, but then again, I probably can get a space with like, and then just probably have like VIP members, like probably like
Mhm.
100 people, but their tickets will probably be like $50. These would be people that really want to support and really want to be there, and then also sell tickets virtual. We'll still do the virtual thing. So I'm still thinking that through. So we'll figure all that out as we go. But it's multiple spaces we can use. I talked to Mr. Stewart at Muskegon Heights High School, Frida Jenkins
Okay. Yeah.
from Muskegon High School. That's A.N.I.Y.A aunt. So that was perfect. And her entire family's been supportive of it. So
Okay. So with your personal, life, how you been doing since the pandemic, man? What you been how you been holding up?
man, I've been blessed, man. Like really just tapping in with God and really just connecting with God, bro. Like just letting him lead me. Because like during the pandemic, I was stressed out. Like I'm like, out of all places, God, like you want to bring me back to Muskegon. But then when I got here and he start doing what he does, it's like, okay, I see everything lining up. Everything
Yeah.
is
Everything's happening for a reason.
everything is happening for a reason. So I'm in a great space. Um Dating someone from Detroit. That
Okay.
relationship is going smooth. Business is going well. not exactly where I want to be financially, but we definitely getting there. So like a lot of people don't know, like some people don't think I work, but I do work. Like I do like little jobs like ship. So I be
Yeah.
in it. So like I grind. So I'm up at 3 a.m. I'm up at 3 a.m. I pray, fast, meditate, and then it's the
Okay.
music. Right after the music is I'm doing orders, and then I'm stopping back home. I'm working on music. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I'm
that's what I was about to ask you. With all this trying to get the nonprofit started in this event, do you have time to even do music? Like, you got some new music coming out?
Oh yeah, definitely. I've been working on this project probably for the last 2 years, and I think let me see, I got like about 8 more songs left.
What you look
I have,
behind you for? What you got behind you?
I got a board with all the
Oh,
songs
okay.
off of what needs to be completed. So I probably got like 8 more songs. I'm not gonna say the title yet, but everything's gonna line. Like even with my album, like it's still gonna cater. Like a part of it is gonna cater towards the nonprofit. So it's gonna be real dope how I do it. But still working on the music. I'm just finding time. Like you got to make time for what's important. So.
Yeah. Well, anything you need from us here at the radio station 1037, we got your back. Any shout outs you want to get to anybody out there? Anybody you want to, show love to for supporting the new nonprofit?
I definitely want to shout out A.N.I.Y.A's mom, Loretta. Such a strong woman, and I appreciate her for allowing me to put this nonprofit together. And it was just so organic. Like when I called her, like the first day, like she was like, "Yeah," you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like it just felt right. So, very thankful for that. I'm thankful for you, PA, Big Rob at the radio station. Like y'all really pretty much no you did like help me find what I wanted to do for the rest of my life because if it wasn't for the radio station, like I don't know what I would be doing, you know what I mean? So everything happens for a reason. I want to shout out my entire board, Marquise Childers, um Audie Cloud, and
Oh
Patience.
yeah, you do got to have a board. So who's all on your board? Yeah, go ahead.
So Marquise Childers,
Okay.
that is Anaya's cousin.
Okay.
And then Aisha Savage, she's a social worker, which is like perfect. And then Audie Cloud, so she does modeling. I really
She
wanted
was
to
on
bring.
American Next Top Model a couple years ago.
Yeah, she was. So I wanted to bring her on board. We were supposed to do some work with like modeling earlier this year,
Okay.
but we didn't get a chance to connect. And God put her on my spirit to just kind of reach out to her. And I want her to help me out with like the creative side, with the events and everything like that. So I'm getting better with like delegating to and then my sister Radisha Williams, she's the treasurer. So and then I do have an accountant. I can't think of his name right now off back, but I do
Oh,
have.
that's the most important person you need to know. It's the
Yeah, it is.
accountant.
I be well, my head be my mind be everywhere. It be everywhere.
Well, it sounds
Oh,
like you got a great team, man.
thank you,
And I
Loretta
wish
said.
you the best of luck. And like I said, anything you need from us here at the radio station, and we can do it, we got your back.
Boy, you sound like you own the radio station right now.
No, man, quit playing.
He said, "Tell P.I. I need about 10 bands right now. Cut it.
He's listening. He's on.
Cut that check, PA. 10."
And when you get some new music, make sure you holler at us. Hey, what you think about that list, that top 25 Muskegon list, man? What's your thoughts on that?
Uh,
I know it ain't Independent Mondays, but I had to just ask you that.
I mean, I feel like everyone is entitled to their own opinion. You know what I mean? But what are you like? What is the list based off of? Is it based off of following sales, or like I don't really
I
know.
didn't know. I don't know. That's why. I mean, you're an artist from Muskegon, so I wanted to ask you, what was your thoughts on it?
I mean, I know what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I know the connections and stuff that I have, so I just kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, when you in your purpose and you folk don't, you really don't mess with stuff like that. You just kind of like,
Yeah.
okay, like, yeah, but but it was on that list. It was more of trap style rappers. It wasn't like the music that I do, So I
Yeah, it's
wouldn't
a
be on
whole nother lane.
a whole nother lane. Yeah, a
Yeah,
whole
so
nother.
it's like, what was it based off of? YouTube sales, radio spins. We got to
No,
interview we got to find the person who made that list and get them on radio.
yeah, I think I ended up adding the guy too. I don't know. It looked like he did some with music. I just ended up adding him, but
Okay.
yeah. I got this song. I got this song for A.N.I.Y.A too. Like I made a song for A.N.I.Y.A too. Like
Okay.
everything goes with like the nonprofit. So I'm excited to drop some new music. It's just I can't just drop anything. Like it has everything that I do. It has to be
Be planned out.
purpose behind it. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
don't wake up in the morning like, hey, I'm gonna do this today.
Okay. Well, appreciate you coming on the show, man. Anybody that want to help out, sponsor, how can they get in contact with you?
If they want to donate, they can definitely go to www.aniyyamac.org,
Okay.
A.N.I.Y.A. Mac MACK.org. Or they can call my phone, text me at 231-327-3290. And yeah, you can follow me on any social media page, Danzell James. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Or they can send y'all the donation, however they want to do it. But we gonna get
We
that.
make sure you get it.
But no, we have 1,500 already. So
That's
um,
what's up.
it's the first week.
And your
So
goal is $5,000.
5 grand, 5 grand, but I want a little more. I'm pretty sure we're going to do a little more. I spoke with a guy today, so I got a few little
Yeah,
sponsors.
because the $5,000 is just for the scholarship.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that don't
I
help
got.
out with the venue costs, the marketing. It don't
Mhm.
help out with none of that. So
Nah.
yeah, we got you.
No, yeah, no, I appreciate y'all, and I appreciate Muskegon for sure.
All right, man. Hey, Muskegon, you keep it locked. One more time, put your Facebook out there, your main Facebook.
Oh, Danzell James, everything. That's
Okay.
it.
All
Danzell
right.
James. Yeah.
Well, you have a good night, man. Hey, have a good night.
All right, you as well, boss.
Yeah.